school and work sucks. They eat up time from my boring man-child life of toys and YouTube. Basically, being an adult is hard. So, to feel better about spending so much money on toys, let's review the Revoltech Evangelion Evolution EVA Unit 1. If you don't know what Evangelion is, it's a show about teens that fight alien war machines? Animated. Yeah, that's about right. Honestly, Evangelion is what you get if Stanley Kubrick saw Gundam and went, yeah, I can do that. It's melodramatic, action-packed, beautifully animated, and has one of the best openings and endings ever. This is one nice box. The whole thing emanates the designs of Nerve, the special organization that created these beautiful machines. A lot of effort was put into the box alone, which is a good sign for what's to come. Instructions? We got some. A list of parts, minor assembly, display setups, battery changing for the light-up doohickey, weapon holding, accessory put-oning, and stand assembly. Here's the figure and all of its accessories. EVA Unit 1 comes with a pallet gun, a progressive knife, an umbilical cable, a defeated angel with a blood splatter base and the angel's arm, a broken angel rib, a blood effect for the head, a Revoltech stand, and an extra head and extra hands. 7 sets of them, by the way. That's way more hands than I know what to do with. All the accessories are crisp in their sculpt and paint. The pallet gun looks identical to all the other ones that I own. The knife, though, is unique. I guess they changed it drastically for the movies, which is what this design for the EVAs derives from. I never noticed, because only one of those movies is good. The umbilical cord attaches to the back of the EVA like this. In the series, the EVA is basically useless without it. It stays on very securely and the wire is flexible and sturdy. The defeated angel is the very first angel that Shinji, the main protagonist and the pilot for this EVA, finds himself fighting. It's the one he goes berserk on. Oh, wait, no, no, not that one. The angel is just a sculpted bit of torso. He comes with a double jointed arm that you can display with him if you put him on a stand. However, most of you will probably be displaying him with the wonderful blood effect that he comes with. It pegs on easily from the back or can be used as a plain blood piece. This hole here is so that you can have easy access to the... Ooh, sweet. The broken angel rib matches well with the angel, but doesn't attach. Another bloody accessory that we get is this blood spray piece. You attach it from the side of the head like this, so you can recreate the iconic bloody head explosion from the series. They try to make the middle portion transparent, but it's still pretty noticeable. Of course, the only con here is that you can only view it from one side. It stays on fairly securely, for the most part. It would probably stay on better if we put on the correct head. I'm talking about EVA Unit 1's alternate Berserker Rage head. No, not that Berserker Rage. The head has an open mouth and a heavily damaged right eye. It seems as though the damaged eye allows the blood effect to stay on more securely, but my extensive research has yet to come out with a confirmed hypothesis. EVA Unit 1 also has a modern Revoltech stand. You get the option to either use the claw or the peg. I'm pretty fond of these newer Revoltech stands. They really have come a long way. But not as cool as Mayfix stands. Oh yeah, Mayfix. Oh, I love you, Mayfix. Oh. The hands that we get are all awesome. She comes with splayed out but relaxed hands, fists, trigger hands, knife holding hands that can also be loose thumbs up hands, running hands, what I would call hey Kwan, and fully splayed out hands. They all have the same high level of quality and swap out easily. There's such a great variety here that it's impossible to get mad about anything regarding the hands. Not to mention, there's a little Ziploc baggie for safekeeping. As I briefly mentioned, this figure is based on the recent Evangelion movies. Most of the redesigns here are the proportions of the EVA and some minor color differences. This figure is a very faithful rendition to the character as we see them in the movies. We get some vibrant purples, greens, and orangey. I just love how crisp it all is. Crisp everywhere, but here. Yep, my figure is missing quite a bit of paint on the right bicep. How unfortunate. Let's just hope that I'm a rare instance. Thank God it wasn't on something more important like a face or a chest. It just sucks that this figure's gimmick doesn't work to its full extent. What gimmick, you may ask? Well, as it says on the back of the box, this figure is grow in the dark. So that means with enough light fed onto the green paint, we can go from this to this! I genuinely love gimmicks like this. I can't wait to see what else Revo does in the near future. It's just one of the many reasons why I love Revoltech so much. Between their tentpole Revo joints together with some sacrificial designs, make for some extremely posable figures. Revo joints make up for the vast majority of this figure's, well, joints. The head can rotate in a full 360-degree movement and has a deep hinge. If you move the neck far enough, you'll get much of the same movement. Unit 1 shoulder pads are also on joints. You can rotate them outwards and inwards, but are a little tougher to straighten or even just pose on their own. Thankfully, they naturally move out of the way when you're posing the figure. The shoulders can move this far out, this far in, can move all the way around with only a little bit of resistance, and can rotate a little. Her elbows can also curl this far in, this far out, and can rotate on either end. Depending on the hands, the wrist can curl in and out with a deep amount of range, and can, of course, rotate very easily. The upper torso can crunch this far forwards, this far back, and has a little bit of rotation. Oh god, oh man, it's like I'm a record. In and out, in and out, in and out, out and in. Oh my god. The same goes for the lower half of the torso, but moves far better than the upper half, making this part the most utilized piece of torso articulation. There's some softer plastic mixed in at the torso, which is nice. The hips are on a pivot joint / Revo joint combo, with the pivots allowing you to kick the leg this far back, this far forward, while the sexy purple Revo joint lets you move the leg super far and super close, with a little bit of rotation. There are crotch hinges at the bottom to help disguise that area a little bit better. Just be sure to keep it tucked inside the upper thigh. Unit 1's knees are, just like everything else, move out and in, and have a little bit of Revo rotation. Finally, her ankles can go up, down, and pivot, and there's a toe hinge. There's also some more soft plastic at the ankle guard. It's a much better design than on the previous figures. I just hope it stands up to the test of time. For some Evangelion scale, here's my newest Revo next to some of the other Evas that I have. An early TV anime style Revo Unit 1 and 2, some new movie Revos in the same line as the current figure, and finally, Kotobukiya kits of the TV anime EVA Unit 1, 2, a new movie EVA Unit 1, and a ruler. Whew, I have a lot of Evangelion. But where are the pilots? What's the deal?
Whoa, Evangelion part, yeah!
So of all the figures in my collection, this movie EVA Unit 1 is one of my, if not the most, posable figure in my collection. Everything about it is just so expressive, and that's minus the bundle of unique accessories. So for $40, I got a bunch of accessories, a neat blood splatter, a superposable figure from an anime that I love, that can glow in the dark, and I can do this with it? You'd be crazy if I didn't think this was a great deal. The only reason not to get it is if you're picky about the design and the possibility of this being worse. All I'm missing now is a bunch of EVA Unit Zeros and some pilots. When will my EVA spending ever end?